Welcome to Trust Studios. I want you to people know that we are not in a democratic country. You have somebody like Asari Dokubo speaking in a presidential villa where all the whole world is watching the country in front of the so-called president is making such statements. I thank God for people like Chief Dan who could rebuke him in the national television. I want us to listen to this video and see how elderly statesmen like Chief Dan rebuke him, and not just rebuking him, we all have to stand up together and start rebuking this guy. This so-called Asari Dokubo, I don't understand where he's coming from. He doesn't even know his roots. That's the painful part. Listen to this video and get more insight on this. God help us.
Me to, some of the comments coming from certain quarters in Nigeria about a particular ethnic group. And this time we're talking about the Southeast people who are predominantly Igbo people, the Igbo tribe. Recently, there was this viral video which surfaced on the social media space talking about Asari Dokubo and the comments he made about the Southeast people, the Igbos people. In fact, in that video, he was brandishing an AK-47 rifle and threatening to kill all the Igbo people, saying that if he even had opportunity, he would have still been selling them into slavery like his fathers did. I don't know what you make of that comment.
Well, I must say that after 8 years of Buhari's presidential apprenticeship, that, emphasized or rather spread, an epidemic of dishonest misinformation that became traumatic for most Nigerians, we're entering into another episode of APC unregulated, as it were, pronouncements through surrogates. I would not have wasted my time talking on Asari Dokubo or whatever his name. If I called his name wrongly, may he forgive me. But it is where he was coming from. This man went on a courtesy call to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, or whomsoever the president designated for him to meet. Where was he making that comment? At the seat of government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, with our coat of arms behind him, with the coat of arms of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the villa behind him, and he ran down a whole ethnic population of this country. So, don't you think that it was a strategy, it was an approved speech? Why do I say so? Within a space of 6 weeks, 3 significant things were happening at the same time. Asari Dokubo was in the villa, running down Igbos, he killed them, they were slaves, and he forgot that he was from Abia State. His grandparents were from Abia State, and they were sold into slavery. In 2020, if you watched another video where he was praising Biafra, that anybody who never believed in Biafra is not a patriot, each time he says such a thing, they give him contract. I hear now they are giving the security contract from Abuja to Kaduna. So that's probably what is out. So on one hand, the president of Nigeria was making a Nigerian of Igbo extraction, the chief of naval staff. And everybody was applauding that. And as that one was going on, they sent out Asari Dokubo to run down a whole tribe. It was not enough. In Lagos State, the government of Lagos State was, systematically destroying the properties of Igbos at Alaba Market. 3 significant things. And the president thinks he's very smart. Give us chief of naval staff as if that is the means of livelihood, but go on to destroy the integrity, the ultimate integrity of the Igbo man. There's nothing our people appreciate than our honor, the hard work we put to make this country a successful place, to make this country one. I doubt, with due humility, if any other tribe has made as much compromise in terms of human-to-human relationship that the Igbos have done. Check of all the presidents or governors in this country. Only Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, as president of this country, non-executive president of Nigeria. Do you know whom his ADC was? ADC is the closest security person to any top government official. Murtala Mohammed, Captain Murtala Mohammed was the ADC to Nnamdi Azikiwe. No other leader in this country. He would not only get a person from his ethnic group, if it's possible from his village. The Igbos have shown unsurpassed devotion to public duty. And we get this. A few years ago, the Oba of Lagos said because Igbos in Lagos voted for a Yoruba man that was not of their own approval, that we should drown in the lagoon. And as of today, neither the Lagos state government nor the now president of Nigeria or Buhari's government had made a comment that a whole tribe should perish in the lagoon. And you're talking of unity, love. Where is it? Where is it? I suppose we have been very foolish to leave our environment, go to other places, develop them out of love, to make money too. Civilize people. Because we go to places, build houses, and they see that it's good to live a lot better than they found themselves initially. And I have said here, some 4 or 5 months ago, how the Sultanate wanted to jail Ahmadu Bello. In 1937, after he ran for the Sultanate against the grandfather of the present Sultan, they sued him to court in Guzo Magistrate Court for the non-payment of tax. Igbos contributed money. 8 Igbos, including my late father. 8 Igbos contributed £22 in 1937. Went to Lagos and got H.O. Davis, and some went to Onisha and brought Ebuna. And they came to Guzo Magistrate Court and make sure that Ahmadu Bello was discharged. That was how finally they made him Sardauna of Sokoto and entered into politics. That gave rise to the alliance between NCNC and NPC that lasted for more than half a century. Tell me, what else can Igbos do in this country to show love of country, to show love of fellow citizens? At each turn, we receive condemnation. It is even more, so painful that the person condemning us who should die, they should kill us. It's an Igbo boy in the name of Asari Dokubo. And he does not see why Nnamdi Kanu should be released. So Nkoli, I find it very painful even to discuss the matter. But like I warned, or rather advised Buhari's government, and I advised Tinubu, because I know him one-on-one. When I was chairman of NRC, he was a senator. I met him severally. I will advise him in his own interest of this country, and for the love of this country, that they should release Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari said, let the legal process take its course. The legal process has taken its course. The Court of Appeal, second highest court in this land, has discharged him, and they are still holding him. I pray that nothing happens to that boy in prison, that he does not die in prison. If he does, they can call it an advice, they can call it a threat. The situation will not be the same in this country. I pray, and I hope Tinubu is smart enough not to be a Buhari.
All right, just to take you back to what you said earlier, because it would not be right really to conclude that probably Asari has been sent by anyone, to say what he's saying, because investigation into the first time that video was made showed that it appeared on YouTube on the 1st of October 2022. So it only resurfaced again as a viral video after his visit to the villa, where he talked about how military are involved in, pipeline and oil theft in the country. So it may not be right to say someone sent him. And, that investigation shows that he was actually reacting to a statement, which he said some people made some statement about him, the Igbo people, people who are supporting the LP candidate at the time.
What is significant, whether anybody sent him or not, he made that statement in the seat of government. The properties of the hybridization of how or what happened before he made it, it's no more important. If you look at where he was sitting down, he wasn't sitting in his private sitting room, or as I'm here on this table with AIT, he was sitting at the executive seat of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria with our coat of arms behind him. I couldn't be bothered whether it was President Tinubu or Buhari. What is important, that he had the audacity of purpose to sit on the table of the federal government, as it were. That is where government gives press conferences, to give information to the rest of us. All he did there was to castigate people, and was urging Tinubu, not to release Nnamdi Kanu. So that must have happened in this government. If you read the whole thing he said, there was nothing else he said. He wasn't complaining about any ill treatment.
Yeah, thank you, Chief Dan. We can see that we are not in a country, rather a company. We have to get this information right and start taking action. I pray the Lord will be with us, and I'll see you in the next one.